Robin Sharma's The Greatness Guide, 101 Lessons for Making What's Good at Work and in Life Even Better reads like a mentor's private journal, a treasure chest of insights distilled into stories, reflections, and reminders about how to live and lead with intention. It isn't a step-by-step manual but a mosaic of moments meant to awaken your best self. Each lesson is a spark, and together they ignite a vision of life filled with mastery, meaning, and joy. The book opens with a call to action: stop waiting for someday and start becoming the person you've always imagined today. Sharma writes that greatness doesn't arrive in a sudden burst, it's built in quiet hours, shaped by choices made when no one's watching. He invites the reader to rise early, to take ownership of their mornings, and to craft rituals that reinforce strength of mind and heart. The small, consistent acts, reading, journaling, reflecting, are the scaffolding upon which a great life is built. From the start, Sharma challenges conventional notions of success. He argues that in chasing promotions, possessions, or praise, many lose sight of what matters most. True greatness, he explains, is about being extraordinary in ordinary moments: how you treat others, how you handle adversity, how you show up when it's inconvenient. He reminds us that the best leaders aren't defined by their titles but by their service. Leadership, in his world, is the daily act of bringing out the best in yourself and others. Through vivid storytelling, Sharma shares glimpses into the lives of people who embody this mindset: entrepreneurs who run their companies with heart, teachers who shape lives with quiet courage, and parents who lead homes with patience and purpose. Their greatness isn't loud, it's disciplined, grounded, and kind. He paints these portraits to prove that mastery is possible in any role, so long as one approaches it with passion and pride. A recurring theme in the book is the importance of mindset. Sharma likens the human mind to a garden: whatever you plant and nurture will grow. If you fill it with worry, fear will thrive; if you fill it with gratitude, abundance will bloom. He insists on feeding the mind daily with ideas that elevate rather than diminish. Reading great books, surrounding yourself with positive people, and guarding your thoughts become acts of self-leadership. The mind, once trained toward excellence, naturally steers the body and heart in the same direction. Sharma devotes several lessons to the concept of personal mastery, the idea that the way you live one day is the way you live your life. He urges readers to turn routines into rituals, to transform work into art, and to treat every task, no matter how small, as an opportunity for greatness. This philosophy turns the mundane into meaningful, and the ordinary into extraordinary. Sweeping the floor with care, writing an email with warmth, or delivering a presentation with presence, these are the everyday acts of greatness. He also delves into the tension between speed and depth in modern life. In a culture obsessed with quick wins and constant motion, Sharma urges readers to slow down. Busyness, he warns, is often the enemy of brilliance. By pausing to think, to listen, and to create space for clarity, we gain the perspective to make better decisions and build richer lives. The truly great are not those who do the most, but those who do what matters most. Courage, for Sharma, is the heartbeat of greatness. Many people, he observes, live lives of quiet compromise, settling for mediocrity because they fear failure or rejection. But greatness demands risk. It means speaking truth when silence is easier, starting ventures that might fail, and chasing dreams that others mock. Through anecdotes and reflections, he celebrates those who step beyond their comfort zones, reminding readers that growth begins where fear ends. In several of the lessons, he shifts focus to relationships, calling them the currency of a meaningful life. The way we make others feel, he says, becomes our lasting legacy. Sharma encourages readers to listen deeply, express appreciation often, and forgive quickly. Success built at the cost of connection is hollow. The truly great lead with empathy, and they leave behind more love than they take. A powerful thread throughout the book is gratitude. Sharma describes gratitude as a mental muscle, something that must be exercised daily. By noticing beauty in the ordinary, by counting blessings instead of burdens, we begin to live from abundance instead of lack. Gratitude transforms frustration into contentment and scarcity into serenity. He writes that it's impossible to be grateful and unhappy at the same time. In Exploring Work and Business, Sharma argues that passion and professionalism should never be separate. The best professionals are those who see their careers as their craft. They innovate, they care, and they pursue excellence not because they must, but because they can. He urges leaders to create cultures where creativity thrives and people feel valued, not as resources, but as human beings with purpose. Great companies, he insists, are built by great people who refuse to settle. Sharma's reflections on failure are equally powerful. He reframes failure as a teacher rather than an enemy. Every setback, he explains, carries the seed of a lesson essential for the next level of growth. Those who achieve greatness aren't those who avoid falling, but those who rise again with more wisdom. He shares stories of icons who stumbled but refused to quit, illustrating that resilience, not luck, defines long-term success. Another lesson centers on simplicity. In a world overflowing with noise, the great learn to strip away the unnecessary. Simplicity in thought, communication, and lifestyle create space for focus. It's not about having less, it's about needing less. By aligning your life around what truly matters, purpose, people, and progress, you unlock peace and productivity that complexity can't offer. As the book progresses, Sharma introduces the idea of legacy as a compass for decision-making. Each day, he suggests, should be lived with the end in mind, not with fear, but with clarity. How will you be remembered? What impact will your work have long after you're gone? By living with legacy in view, every choice becomes intentional, every action a brushstroke on the canvas of a meaningful life. In his final reflections, Sharma circles back to the essence of the book: greatness is not an accident but a decision. It's a commitment renewed each morning, to show up with excellence, to love deeply, to serve generously, and to never stop growing. The Greatness Guide ends where it began, with an invitation. The invitation is to become your best self, not in comparison to others, but in harmony with your own potential. The journey to greatness, he concludes, begins not in the world outside, but in the quiet conviction within.